What's up, YouTube? This is Eric, aka the Diplomat with WeDipWhips.com. We're at Don Brown Chevrolet, right here on the entrance to the hill, St. Louis, Missouri. We just took possession of these keys to this 2013 Chevy Camaro, and that's right, we are about to dip it. Only available, a matte black dipped Chevy Camaro for sale at Don Brown Chevrolet. Let's get it in. All right, next time you see this, it'll be dipped. We're going to clay bar this because we noticed that it has some sort of sediment on it. The surface is not smooth. Air blow the car immediately after we wash it. You can see it right there. But this is why. Water will find its way into every crack and cranny and ruin your dip job later on. Alright, we spent a lot of time on this process because this is the most important step. What you do now will determine the quality of your dip job. So the prep work is key. We use a good high quality wax and grease remover, and we go in one direction. And the reason that we do that is so that we don't recontaminate the area that we just wiped. When you go back and forth, whatever contaminants you pick up, you then are smearing it. So you want to go in one direction. And a good wax and grease remover will still stay wet. So you then want to use the other side of your towel and you want to dry it off. Again, with one direction. Straight lines, do not use circles, again, because it will recontaminate. Next, we remove the tires. We have an air wrench. I personally like to do it by hand. It gives me a good gauge of how tight and if they were tight. And I trust my own judgment versus the air wrench. Especially taking it off is no big deal. Putting it back on, I know exactly how tight it is when I do it by hand. If you don't have a compressor, then you won't have an air wrench. Yeah, these are not very tight at all. It also gives me a good idea there's going to be a problem with any rubbing so that I can be prepared going forward when I go to put these back on and know, are they going to rip or is it going to be a smooth transition? And we've done a bunch of Camaros before, it's going to be a smooth transition. Alright, jack placement is key. I won't go into too much detail, just make sure that you jack it up in the right place. We got our jack stand, make sure you put that in the right place. You can cause a lot of damage if you put either one of these in the wrong place, alright? Once you remove the tires, the next step is to clean them and then prep them with wax and grease remover as well. We do the front and the back. Next, you want to take your cardboard and you want to maneuver it down inside. And then once inside, you just want to cover your radiator so that no dip gets into the radiator when you go to spread the front face. Devil's in the details, and we forget these corners. We forget these lines where trim meets the body panel. So make sure that you take that extra time and you get that corner, you get that edge, you get that crease. All of that is just as important as the middle of the body panel. Because the car is starting with a base black, we don't have to worry about popping the hood to hit necessarily that interior point because it won't show. So normally we mask off the entire engine. This time the engine hood will be closed, and so we're masking off just this underneath side.